Alrighty, my friends. How's Rover doing? He's roving. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's let out oxygen if I go out there to do that. He probably will. So let's actually just do it. We'll explore around, not worry about rummaging for now. What is all this green stuff? These like green bubbles? Is that to show that there's radiation? Oh! Significant radiation hazard. Okay, well, we don't want to go close to that then. Probably the rover can. I'm assuming he's safe from that, but that's good to know. So we'll go down underneath this for now. I'm glad I checked what that was. My goodness. Yeah, you gonna die. You gonna die if you go in there. Okay, so we'll let this guy kind of continue his digging and exploration stuff. And we'll have him like just dig over this way. We'll go back home. So what project should we work on next? Like, I feel like one reason this is not working amazingly well is because all these small side passages, I should probably just have a big, large room. Like this guy set up just a big room. Probably transfers the heat around better when you just have a big, large room. But I don't want to change this entire build. So, I will probably just leave it how it is for now. Although what I might want to do is, when these steam turbines do run and spit out water, I might want to get access to that clean water. And figure out if I can dump polluted water into this. And clean water with that. Do I want to do that yet? I don't know if I want to do that yet. Wow, we are really chewing through this polluted water. I wonder how much thimble reed we have by now. Thimble reed. 498 seeds. What is it called? It's called reed fiber. Reed fiber, 1,400 units. I think I might be able to turn off the thimble reed fiber for now, because that just eats through your polluted water. So maybe I allow for one more. Oh god, who did it? God damn it, man! They're just so stupid. They're just so stupid. I didn't even know this was back home. Man, I hate this. I hate the way this works, man. Okay, you're all... Is anybody gonna die? I feel like somebody's gonna die on their way back out here. Okay, they can breathe here, thank goodness. Oh, Jesus. I wish it would tell me when it lands, man. I gotta pee. Get all the pee fixed. There's all these suits on the ground. The hell's happening with this scalding? Why are you going in here? Oh, Jesus, don't be in here, man. Can I please select Nicola? What's happening? Why can't I select you? I cannot select... What the frickin' hell? Come on, game. I feel like I need to remove the Atmos suit checkpoint in there. Do you all have suits that are out here? No, you should not be out here. Shogi, Otto, you all have popped eardrums and other stupid shiznit because you're out here without a suit. So messed up. Is that everybody who doesn't have a suit? I think so. Change the Atmo suit checkpoint to vacancy only. They won't run in there and drop their suits off like that. Okay, let me do that. I never understand all these damn settings on it. So what is it? Have to be activated for that. Clearance. Vacancy only. Pseudo-duplicants may only pass if there's an available dock to store their suit. Pseudo-duplicants may pass even if there's no room to store their suit. So I need it to be... So this always confuses me, because it says clearance always. But this is actually sent to vacancy right now, right? It's what you're clicking on is what it changes it to. So I need it to say clearance always, right? Oh god, which one is it? So if I click on this one, they should be able to go through, right? We'll find out from her. She can go in and out here. I think I need to enable the building again, though. Be a bunch of polluted oxygen in here now. Okay, she just walked out with her suit. Okay, I think that's right. I think this thing also has no power because apparently, yeah, the battery's all out. Why the hell can't you have a battery and a module on the same thing? I guess I'm not supposed to have this large of a Spacefarer module. I guess I need to completely just deconstruct this thing. I need to get a build that works for a smaller thing, I guess. Okay, what do I want to work on here? This thing is working. It's not working quite as well as I hoped, but we are getting igneous rock out of it. We got 10 tons out of it so far, so that's pretty good. I wonder if I could change the build in such a way that our steam turbines will be working better. I think what I'd have to do is make it just one big room instead of all these side rooms, which would be a major reconstruction that maybe I would do off stream, but I don't know that I want to work on that right now. Because what I could do, yeah, what I could do is I could just make it so it's... I honestly think there's too many steam turbines for the amount of heat we're getting. What I might do is off stream change it so instead of it's a bunch of these little small things, make it so it's one big box. Well, this is the right wall going over this way, and then the steam turbine's on the top. That would probably distribute the heat better. But that would be a major reconstruction that I don't know that I want to work on right now. Oh, I should go check on this planet here. All right, you finished digging through. Beautiful. We got crash satellites. So do all these crash satellites have really high radiation? They do. Okay. That's interesting. Really high radiation. Okay. Now, where can we dig through next? Let's dig. Let's go straight down here. Something like that. So what materials am I looking for? Aluminum. That's one of the main things we need. We need aluminum from here. Aluminum and... So the device, you said there was something we need from deep underneath a water planet to make... Was it not the refined carbon, but the other thing? So I think we're not going to get what we need to make supercoolant completely from here. Salt water, hydrogen over here. Okay. So this is going to be a source of aluminum. Is there anything else over here that's different than what we've had access to? I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be betas here. So radiation stuff. This bleach stone here. Come on, game. Come on. Autosave for a frickin' year. Yeah, it's bleach stone. Okay. Alright, so we've done all of the stuff except for the late game stuff. So, hydrogen engine, drill cone. Enables a rocket to drill into interstellar debris and collect gas, liquid, and solid. That seems pretty useful. Petroleum engine. We actually have access to a small petroleum engine. There's the ragmold engine. Let's go with the drill cone. I feel like that might actually be super useful. Okay. That allowed him to get up to there. There. Kind of just dig our way down here. Is the volcano infinite magma? Yes, but like kind of like if you ever played Satisfactory, basically it's limited by how much it does over time. So this magma, this minor volcano erupts every 108 cycles. It's active for 52 cycles, so it's active half the time, and it gives us 187.4 kilograms a second. There are websites you can go that math this out to tell you how much you get like per cycle. I don't know the actual numbers on it. Oh gosh, we're out of water there. We have pumped all the water through there. Okay. Okay. So now we're pumping water out of here. Wow. So like this thing, we've apparently used up more water than this thing creates now. Let's actually connect this guy too. And of course there's a little tiny bit of petroleum in there. Okay, well it's gonna be, is it gonna do wrong element damage or will it stop this entire thing? Let me plumb that just to fix it. But yeah, it's infinite. It's just it's not super fast. It's probably 100 cycles ago that I opened it up, so it starts making magma. Gonna make that a higher priority there. Bonnie's coming. Okay. Perfect. That's good. Now this should be good to go back into here, hopefully. There we go. Okay. And we have 3 minor volcanoes. We have one here, one here, one here. And so these guys are giving us magma over time as well. So eventually what I could do is maybe make a separate thing that this is giving us just steam power while this is giving us, you know, the igneous rock that I want to feed my meat producing rock dudes, stone hatches. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the ticket. Alright, so I guess in the meantime, did they ever replace the suits in here? I feel like we are missing a bunch of suits now. Did they ever get all those suits? There's a bunch of Atmo suits there. Okay, let's request a bunch of Atmo suits. It always messes the suits up so much when they take them off someplace. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's like we have the suits to fill them. You just have to stop taking them off and putting them in stupid places. In stupid places, you duplicants. Okay. Did we get all the Atmo suits out of here? Yeah. Yes, there's oxygen masks. That's fine. Did I get the suits out of here? Yes. Okay. There's one suit in there. That's fine. I want to pick up all the junk on the ground in here, though. I'll have to power this thing again, which means I'll have to get a... There's no germs in here, are there? No, okay. I need to get a... what's it called? Power line thing here. Why are you just standing here? Oh, you don't have a suit. Did you take it off? But we made it... What are you doing? You're not stuck in here, are you? Okay, who are you? Auto. Put on the suit. Can you now go out? Okay. Why did he take the suit off? Do they have to take it off to come in here? Okay, so she took it off to come in here. Only pass there's an available dock. I don't understand how these stupid Atmos suit docks work, man. I don't understand. Why did you take your suit off? Okay. Take it off, but you should... So confused, man. I don't know how the F these work. Seriously. It's still set to always? I thought that's what we wanted. Is it supposed to be vacancy? Who are you? You're Bonhee. Put your suit on. I thought we had it working right, man. The button itself needs to say always permitted. Okay. So now they'll come in and go out, right? Like they won't be stupid? Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Now it says this is unreachable. I want vacancy only and remove the Atmos suit that's in the dock is what I need. Okay, so undock suit. So now they can do it. God, that's so unintuitive. It's so... You need there to be no suit there, and it needs to say vacancy only. Otherwise, they won't be able to get in and do stuff. So I hope that's right. Hopefully, they'll get in and out and stop killing themselves in here. I swear that's so unintuitive the way docks work there. Okay, so what do we see there? Ah, there we go. Uranium. This is where the betas are. So we need to get a duplicate presence on this planet because there is aluminum ore and there is uranium here. There's snow in here too, apparently. Is there a bunch of radiation down here? Yeah. Interesting. So we'll need to land on this place. Can I have my rover build a landing dock? A rocket platform. I need refined metals. Okay. I can make a payload opener, which needs power. If I could send refined metals over here. Is there a way to... Let me go back home. Is there a module that delivers duplicates down there? Trailblazer, there it is. So this is the one that you can put a duplicate inside. They can go down and build stuff for you. Can you get metals into that? How do you get the materials down to the planet? I think I need to set up a thing that can shoot materials over to the other planet and then receive it over there. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you build an opener, even though I'm pretty sure you can't do anything with it yet. this, and we'll need a targeting beacon, which requires refined metals as well. Is he able to build that? Yeah, he's going up there to build that. Okay. So in order to get this is probably I'm gonna probably have to wait till next stream to like get into this hardcore, but we can start by building some of the stuff we'll need over here. Okay. So you can't build that. We need a duplicate with the skill to build that. So what do I want to build over here to make it so that duplicants can live? Do we have a way to get power here? There's not coal in this place, is there? I don't think so. We probably have to use... well, we can send plastic over for solar panels, potentially. But I have to send those over. And in order to receive them, I think I need power. So we probably would need to start off with a... bedroom and a thing to make power. So if I have him make a manual generator... Yeah, let's just make a manual generator like down here, I guess. Make a generator. Make a couple generators, I guess. And we can make a jumbo battery. Oh my god, are they Why? Why are you killing yourself? Why did you take your suit off? I don't understand, man. Why did you take your suit off and now you can't leave? I don't understand. Disable building. I'm just going to disable this BS because I don't understand why they keep coming in here, taking off their suit, and then not leaving. Because it's not powered? I don't know, man. Now it says it's unreachable. Why is this stuff unreachable? It should have worked. I'm telling you, atmosuit checkpoints. I feel like I should just not have one in this thing. I'm gonna deconstruct it. Just gonna deconstruct. Oh, it's disabled now. Okay, now they can reach it. Yeah, maybe it's no power. What the hell ever. I don't know. I kind of give up on understanding how that thing works. Okay. Keep checking. 12 tons of igneous rock. That's cool. All right. I almost wonder if I want to do a second one of those over here. Maybe what I could do is have like a giant steam room. It's one big box that's supplying magma from two different sides, and have a spike in the middle. I might have a giant steam. That might be a future project I want to work on. Just get like a giant steam room there. Whoa, that's cool. I haven't seen them using the virtual planetarium. Looks like they're playing a video game. It's great. All right, so if I want to get rocket stuff, I'm gonna need an interplanetary launcher. This takes power and it creates heat. It needs, I think, it needs rad bolts too. Can I just place this under here? Unoccupied space. So it looks like I could put it underneath this stuff. Doesn't look like it's going to get blocked by other stuff. So if I just do like this, and let's use like mafic rock from up here. I wonder if that will work. This will allow us to send stuff to other planets, but the other planet will need a targeting beacon to receive it. So how do I get materials over that new planet for them to receive it? I will need refined metals over here. Can I deconstruct this? Is this made out of refined metals? I think that might actually be it. I think when you send a... That gave me copper ore. Okay. I think when you use a... If I were to try to create Trailblazer module, this is made out of... I think this might be made out of refined metals, and so you use those refined metals to create the thing that can receive materials. That might be how it works. Okay, for now, let's continue to explore down here. Can you can't dig through the abyssalite. Can you dig through granite? You can't dig through granite. I think you can dig through this, though. No, there's some stuff you can't get through. But if I do this... that, you can get through there. There. Okay, you can almost get through there. I'll let you dig through that at least. That we're letting this guy kind of just continue to scout out this place. I can't get through abyssalite. Oh, I think I can. Ooh, I might be able to sneak through here. Aha! A little hidden tunnel there. That's obsidian, that's granite. There's probably some of this I can't dig through, though. Printables are available. Turn seed, why not? Okay. We have a bunch of Atmo suits sitting on the ground in there. Deliver. Deliver. And it's probably broken ones that didn't automatically get delivered for whatever reason. Okay. I will say this we're looking pretty good. We're at cycle 712. Nobody's dying. I think our power is doing better since we set this up. 13 tons of igneous rock. This build is definitely doing work. Getting space going. What are you missing? Body temperature. Really? Okay, that must have just been right at the edge there. How much berry sludge do we have? We currently have 0 berry sludge. Where'd all the berry sludge go? They didn't eat it all, did they? We must have put it all on here. Oh, they're eating it, aren't they? Okay, I need them to not eat the berries. Okay, I need only... Yeah, it went to Nom. I think you're right. They ate it all. This is awkward because I want them to eat the berry sludge when they're in space, but I don't want them to eat it when they're on the ground. So... Come on. Come on, game. Berry sludge. Where is it? So nobody eats the berry sludge except for Nicola. Is there a priority? Maybe is there a consumables priority? That's a good question. I don't know how to prioritize barbecue over berry sludge. I don't know if there's a way to do that. If I make it so that only Nicola can eat it, that might be something. Is there actually a way to have a priority on what you eat? I don't think that's a thing. But what I can also do is just turn berry sludge off in here for now, so that it'll just stay in there for now. We don't need more berry sludge until we're going to send our duplicates out, which now they're not going out anytime soon because you ate all your food. You ate your space rations. Duplicants always eating your space rations early. Yeah, I'd have to change every time he goes in space. I think you're right about that. Okay, how are we doing over? Okay, we made this thing. So we launch path block. So that is blocked. So I do need to put this over here. Okay, deconstruct. So I need to put this over like over here somewhere. I guess I could put it just on the ground over here, and it wouldn't be blocked. I think. So if I hit B, copy. Oh, we even got power over here. Yeah, that's the better way to do it. Something like that. Okay. Okay, did he finish doing? Okay, he's working his way down there. Very nice. So you can dig. Oh, there's coal down here. So I actually have coal power. Beautiful. I think I did it in a way so the device that he won't be able to get any berry sludge now, so I think we're good. There's lots of coal down here. Okay. Here we go. Betas. This is one of the new animals. So betas thrive in radioactive environments. They commonly gather uranium to produce enriched uranium. So beta hives converts uranium into enriched uranium. And this is the efficient way to turn uranium into enriched uranium. Because if you do it the way you're supposed to do it, which is with a centrifuge, I think it's a lot less efficient. At least if the information is still good from when Francis John was doing his thing. You actually want to automate it with betas, I believe. So you can't dig through obsidian, you can't. You can't dig through granite, you can't. So I won't be able to see this thing. I won't be able to know what's in here. Can you take one with you? The thing is, they're not useful if you, unless you mine out all the uranium and send it home. The best thing to do is they'll actually, again, I'm going by the playthrough I watched Francis John do. What you do is you set up a bunch of builds where the betas make a bunch of extra hives. They farm their uranium from the actual tile, and it's a lot more efficient. Because if you mine out a tile of uranium, you know, it's 103 kilograms here. If you mine it out, I think you only get half of it when you mine it out. But if you leave it, and the betas mine it themselves and put it in there, you get like 90% efficiency or something like that. When a dupe digs, you lose 50%. There you go. So the way to get the maximum efficiency... Oh, right now it's actually... Yeah, it's actually turning... Yeah, it's got 1,800 grams of enriched uranium in there. Is you just let the betas do the mining for you and you go harvest it from the hive. So... That's at least how Francis John did it in his thing. It's igneous rock, so we can dig through here. What's in here? Chlorine, that's fine. Most efficient would be melting and then resolidifying in small chunks. That's crazy difficult. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think he ever did that. I can land a dupe here. I'm actually slowly working on that. I have to dig out a little bit of oxalite here, aren't I? It's fine. In order to do that, I'm gonna need to need to do a different rocket, I think. I think I need to just completely change this rocket up. We can remove the rover module. We deconstruct that. And we change that into a trailblazer module. How many people can fit on here? I think multiple people can fit on here. And we send like one pilot and one that goes in the trailblazer module. We can land a duplicate down there, I believe. This will need power, and since we have power here, send you over there. And this will be a way, as long as I can get refined metal over there, to send materials to the other planet, I believe. What's that digging robot? He's called a rover. This rover module right here, we sent this over, he landed, and he's scouting out the planet for us and digging out. He's scouted out this, you know, uranium-rich place. Whoa, carbon dioxide geyser. Carbon dioxide, I think the betas... Oh, they consume carbon dioxide, do they? Can I look at the entry for betas now that I've seen them? Betas. Insectoid creatures enjoy a symbiotic relationship with the radioactive environment they thrive in. Much like the honeybee gathers nectar, processes it to honey, the beta turns uranium to enriched uranium through a complex process of isotope separation inside the beta hive. When first observing the beta's enrichment process, many scientists note with surprise just how much more efficient the cooperative combination of insect and hive is when compared to even the most advanced industrial process. So they like it very cold. I thought Francis John said something about if there's carbon dioxide, they like go to sleep or something, or go dormant or something. Clearly they have gas centrifuges inside of those hives, yeah. They're just tied to a rocket. I guess you can't just mass produce robots to dig and stuff. No. At least not in a way that I can see would be efficient. Oh, God, it's telling me exactly what that is. I know what I have. An aluminum volcano. That'll be very useful. Spoiler game. God, you just tell me what's there. Although it's behind a big stack of aluminum, so I guess no big surprise. This air, there's carbon dioxide there, and there's chlorine where they are here. Chlorine, and they seem to be fine in the chlorine. It does say they consume carbon dioxide, but I'm pretty sure, again, this is from Francis Drawn's playthrough. I believe when they consume carbon dioxide, that like puts them to sleep. For a second, you got the impression they like any atmosphere. I think they might be okay in any atmosphere except carbon dioxide, and when they consume that, it puts them to sleep. Which is kind of like bees, right? Like if beekeepers, they like spray something at bees and they go to sleep. Is that carbon dioxide that they do that with? I don't know. Yeah, so we got an aluminum volcano here, so that'll be nice. We'll definitely want to tame that guy. Man, there's so much metal here. Gold amalgam for days. Okay, so this is great. We got an aluminum volcano there. I can't dig this out to see what that one is. I can't get across there, abyssalite. I think I might have gotten about all the places I can explore with this guy. I can go across here. If I go through the water, I can go through here. I think he's safe to go through the crash satellite. So how about we do that? This. And this should be safe to go across. Oh. Granite. And then ladders there should allow us to reach all that stuff. Smoke agitates them so they eat honey and get lethargic. Oh, is that what it is? Spread smoke around makes them less aggressive because they think their hive is on fire. Blow smoke to make the move. Okay. All right. Cool. Can I tell you to rummage through that? I have a feeling you can't do that. So yeah, lots of radiation from these things. There's low amounts of radiation down here. I think you want lead suits before you go down into the beta hives and stuff, though. Low battery. It's got a chemical battery. All right, so when he runs out of battery, he's not going to be able to do anything else. He's done a good job of scouting for us, though. Poor low battery rover. I think he set us up in such a way that we... If I can get a duplicate over here, I should be able to send food. We'll be able to build over there. Have a place that we'll need to... I should have built a... We should build an outhouse, probably. We can have our duplicates too. Let's just continue to have him digging and exploring for us. No, I don't think they can go there. I deconstructed the rocket. I don't think they can go there to recharge. But I deconstructed it, so I can't test it. But I'm pretty sure this is a one-time thing. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Actually, no. Let's do this. It's meant to be... Yeah, I can't reach that. A limited time thing. Yeah, it's just deconstructed. It's fine. Those bugs eat uranium, do not like CO2, then probably need to wall off the CO2 volcano. Well, I can't do anything like that yet. It is walled off currently, but like I can't get past the abyssalite. This rover does not have the digging skill. So the best I can do... I can dig down through here. I can dig off to the side. Nope, can't get through there. Can I get through here? Okay, I can dig through here. There. Disposable. Yeah, they're kind of a disposable thing. It's a one-way trip. Poor guy, it's a one-way trip. You can check in, but you can never leave. Oh, I have a snazzy suit I never equipped. Where's the snazzy suit? I see a suit. There it is. Hey, congrats on your new suit. You say they don't need auction? Yeah, they're really nice. They're really helpful to get a good start on the planet. How much do you have? 13.8 kilojoules of power left. Let's dig straight across here. Okay. There. No. There. Really? I don't know if this is purposeful where it lets you through. Let's see. Granite. So I can't get through bleachstone and I can't get through granite. So I think that's granite. Bleachstone. If I go over this, I can get up there. Yeah. There. That'll let me get through there. And then dig through sand. There we go. That really suits you. Oh, God, Pie Boy. Oh, God. Let me guess. You'll allow it. Man, this is a huge radioactive area. Radioactive zone. All right, so what I'm going to need to set up... Did they ever deconstruct the thing? Yes. So above this guy... I need to power this thing again, but above this guy, I'm going to add in a... Actually, you know what? I'm going to have it... I'm going to add a solar panel module for now. And another one. I'm going to build 2 of those to power this thing for now, and then we'll add in the other module we need, which is the Trailblazer module. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get into trailblazing today. And we need to get rad bolts for this. Okay. To be able to send stuff, we're going to need to generate rad bolts. Which, I think there's just some ambient radiation out here. It'd probably be very slow, but if I just take a rad bolt generator... I don't know if that would be worth it, but... put one in there and point it to the left. I think that might just slowly charge this thing. Extra stuff will go over there. I think that I'd be fine with that. Damn straight we'll allow it. Oh man, you're encouraging Pieboy again. Okay, what do we got here? Just another one of those rockets, water. Okay, so I really want to dig down is what I want to do. Where can I dig down? That's granite, salt, salt, granite. Looks like right through here we can build a ladder. That's sand, yeah. He should be able to do all that. Okay. Okay, I don't know how much more he's going to get done. He had 13 joules earlier. He's got 1 joule. Oh, he's about out of power. I think this guy's about done here. You can see his power winding down. Whoa. Shut down. Okay. You did a great job, Rover. You did great work. We could theoretically send another one over there if we wanted to. But we got a nice like pathway through here for now. There is oxygen available. We're not leaking oxygen into space. We don't actually have a source of oxygen though, do we? If we come over here. If I dig down into here, we got some oxyferns. So heading over here will be interesting. Was that airlock supposed to be open on the surface of my main asteroid? No. This is purposely closed. Because it's not blocked by an atmosuit dock, this would be awkward for people to go out. And I don't want to make them able to go in or out here because... honestly, I kind of need to change my airlock setup. Maybe I could do that now. Because currently they all go out this side. They have to go all the way up here to get there. This is not bad for going down because they go straight down and across. You know what? I have a lot of plastic. Maybe setting up... what is it called? The way to get around fast. Transit tubes. Transit tubes might be the next thing I need to do. My main issue with that is, do we have enough power to do that? How are our batteries looking like? I think that's the way we really check our power. Are our batteries full? Our batteries are not full. I do not think we are generating nearly enough power for our thing right now. How do I get more power? I have all these steam turbines, but it's not enough heat. So it's either changing this build up, making a secondary steam turbine setup, or something. Man, I kind of do want to do what I was talking about earlier. Having this spike on this side, get a secondary spike here, a giant steam room with also a another heat spike, and just have a giant room of steam turbines that are actually getting enough heat. I kind of do want to do that. That's such a huge project. How would I go about doing that? Basically, I would get this build set up over here, and then I'd get a start of a spike going down here. Need more power, plug in my duplicates like the Matrix. We make great batteries. There you go. That is a ginormous build. I think I kind of want to start that. I think I kind of do want to start that. So if I were to do that, how would I line this up? I would want this to be... I would want this to be even with this. So that would be an insulated tile. Do you have any obsidian? I have a little bit of obsidian. Go ceramics. We have a crap ton of that. Right here. So that would be the bottom of the spike here. So we could open up that. Watch out for Keanu Reeves. He always wants to mess up the Matrix. Darn Keanu Reeves, darn you. All right, well, even though I want to do more space stuff, I kind of want to make this build more complete. So I'm going to start working on expanding this thing and hopefully create so much power that I'm never going to worry about power ever again because we'll have a crazy giant steam thing. So let me dig out some of all this stuff. Make room. And I'm going to make... Basically what I think I want this to be is one big room where my steam turbines are at the top and our conveyor rails have the heat move through the room, something like that. Found the new Matrix movie a bit pushy. I haven't watched the new one, so I don't know details on that. I'm going to deconstruct these power wires as well. And I should honestly start a big sweep thing here that I should have done previously. Hope none of it's super hot. They should be sweeping it into these storage containers, which are not even close to full, so that should be fine. So I think I'm going to start on an expansion to this. We just won't get it done, and this might be something I work on off stream. Is changing this build to something more efficient with the heat transfer, because it just doesn't feel like this heat is getting from the heat source up to where it needs to go as quickly. The conveyor rails are 200 degrees. The steam is... Oh, the steam is 200 degrees there. Yeah, it feels like we have too many areas where there's steam, but no steam turbines. So the steam underneath the steam turbines is losing its heat, but the steam in the other places is not losing the heat. So, like, I feel like I just need to change this build. Okay. You also haven't seen it or Spider-Man or Godfather. That's right. No Godfather for us yet. All right, so let's go here. So this is going to be our secondary blade, and then we're going to have in the middle a spike. So we're going to have 3 sources of heat for a giant steam room. It's going to be awesome. Or insane, one of those two. Or both of those. Okay. Okay. These 10 spaces from here. No, it's 10 spaces from this slot right there. Okay. So if we're going to open up from here, 10 slots over will be 1, 2, 3. So the third block will be a door. 1, 2, and a steel door. Right there. And it'll be steel mesh tiles below it. Like that. Okay. Is that lined up correctly? It is. This is going to be... I keep saying this is my biggest project I have ever made. We're going to just keep on making it bigger, man. Keep on expanding this thing. It's crazy. Okay. The nice thing is I'll be able to get rid of all these steam turbines at the bottom. We'll just have a long line of steam turbines at the top. So hopefully all the heat will go up. We'll have 3 sources of heat at the bottom, one from the magma here, one from the magma here, and then a heat spike. And then we'll have a much more, hopefully, homogenized heated room. If that makes sense. You're more available this Sunday? All right, nice. We'll get some good old, whatchamacallit, 7 Days to Die. It'll be great. It'll be great. Keep on making it bigger in your best Michael Scott voice. That's what she said. Well done, well done, well done, sir. Okay, they are storing that stuff in there. Okay, so this will be our entrance into the area. Where's the top of this thing gonna be? Should probably keep it on level with these where these steam turbines are. So probably want to be able to move in and out and around this thing. Something like this. Ladders. Actually, we'll do insulated tile out of just mafic rock. All across the top here. Dig out all this stuff. This will be the ceiling to where all the steam turbines will be. You're not going to be available this Sunday? No! Oh well, oh well. We'll have to live without the Shogunator. And do... well, I'll probably play some more Auction Not Included then, honestly. I think they're going to reach all 3 of those, yeah. And just so I don't forget and mess up, I'm going to go ahead and make steel power lines right now. Which way do they come from? This way. They come from left and up. And then the automation, steal these guys. Right. I think it's like this. Something like that. We'll start it like that. Actually, they go... like that. Yep, that's right. And then the automation wires will go to there, I believe. That's where the temp shift plate thing is. Cool. All right. I'm already envisioning this thing. It's going to be a huge, giant steam box. Somebody the other day said, why don't you just make a box to hold all your chill or all your heat? Jokingly. And that is actually now what I'm doing. That is now what we're doing. Starting a big, giant heat box build. Everyone said they're good for the RPG restart. Waiting on Shane, though. He's been working a ton of long hours. He'll tell you soon if next Friday's a go. Okay. Cool. So a week from tomorrow is most likely when the RPG will start back up for anyone who has been interested in that. All right. Okay. All right, this is going to be a big room. So I think it's just going to be a big open room with steam in it, with turbines on the top of it. I think that's how I want to do this. Okay. And we're going to need to dig out some more of this. Basically, all of this needs to be dug out. Should be safe to do all of that. And in the middle here somewhere, we're going to put a new spike, a new heat spike. A triple heated giant steam box of doom. Although less doom and more power. Huh. Food has decayed. Rotten surf and turf. Why is it sitting there? Conveyor rail blocked. What? Why is there barbecue in there? Oh, that's meat. Okay. Why is this blocked? Oh my god, a deconstruct command. Oh, that's so annoying. I even have a mod to make it so that it doesn't happen. Jesus. Okay. Food's just been sitting there rotten forever. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Alright, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I deconstructed a wire. No, I actually, that was actually the snip tool that caused that. Damn. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Hopefully we only lost a little bit of calories there. Printables. Poke shell. Attack it. Spawn it and kill it. Okay, very cool there. Alright, so this doesn't need to be too big here. Although I do want it to be wide open, even going directly to where the spike's gonna be. Let's make this even. 48 tiles, so halfway across would be 24. So just to the right of this ladder, that's where we want to start the heat spike, right in the middle there. That'll be directly in the middle. Okay, so how would I go about getting this thing going? I guess the question is, how far across do we want it to be? If the wall is going to be straight up from this guy once we change it, we can start with the wall being straight up from this guy right now. So this can be Maffic rock. This does not have to be the other stuff. That's going to be the big box right there. Make sure none of this is going to sandstone. Let me, just to make sure, I don't want to mess any of this up. Build a thing here so we don't accidentally let a bunch of carbon dioxide in here. Which, cancel that. Let those get built first. Want to move to the left one, you think? 23 from each side for a 2 wide spike. If it's 48 across, 24 there, and 24 there, 2 wide spike, that should be perfect. Pretty sure that's exactly what I want right there. Is my math right? I think it's right. Going from just to the right of the door to just to the left of that door, it's 48. So 24 on one side, 24 the other side. It's 24. That should be right. If it was an uneven, then you're right. I would have had to do an odd number, but... or something. I think that's good. Okay. After they finish that, we can dig through here, be able to reach all this stuff. Make sure we don't accidentally leak any carbon dioxide here. Alright, so this is going to be a giant box that goes from here up all the way across, full of steam, with a giant conveyor rail going across, delivering the steam. I hope I have enough iron to make all these. Enough materials to make all this. I think I will. I'm going to be deconstructing all these. Well, I probably want to leave the dump here. Huh, we have almost 20 tons of igneous rock. It's only 110 degrees, though. I want it to be cooler than that. I need to chill it more. The petroleum is 18 degrees. What temperature? The polluted water is negative 4 degrees. I think I might need a larger pool that's got a bigger, a faster way to get temperature transferred. a bigger pool that we can run more pipes through so it can chill down faster or something, I think. If I go here, that'll be reachable. There we go. Okay. So how are we going to get in and out of this thing? We already have our entrance here, so that'll be our... Oh, that's our entrance inside of here. How are we going to get access to these steam turbines here? Actually, we're gonna put an extra one in there. Does that spacing work for an extra steam turbine? Looks like I'm gonna have to adjust them all one space. Although that's fine because that'll go there and that'll be right up. No, the wall's gonna be there. I think I'm gonna have to adjust all these steam turbines around a little bit. Actually, the best way to do it, we can start from the left, and that'll be the way we can make this work. So for now, there. Gotta keep starting this project, then making it even crazier and crazier. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Giggity, that's what she said! Just keeps getting bigger and bigger, this project. So, this to there. That should fit correctly? Yes. So that gives us the spacing on those. There we go. We got the power lines set up here. That'll go, it's 2 over, so it'll be right there and there. So this will be in total fewer steam turbines, but they should be all active once this build comes together, I hope. How do I want to set up cooling is the question, because we have 2 thermal aqua tuners over here. You know what I'm going to want to do? I'm going to want to transfer this entire setup down over here, because that's where down over here, that's where the heat spike's going to be. So basically that's where we're going to want to transfer this over. Okay. So how am I going to get in and out of the steam turbine area? This actually doesn't need to be closed off, so I can get in over on this side. We should be able to get around on the outside. So this will be the outside of the room here. The inside of the room is the one that's going to be just filled with steam and cut off from the steam turbines. Okay. We didn't leak anything in here, still vacuum. Beautiful. Again, just to make sure, let's do that. Oh, there's a poor stone hatchling drowning in there. Poor stone hatchling. So yeah, if you can visualize, it's going to be a line of steam turbines up top here. Big room full of steam. Magma coming in, heat spike coming up. So the heat spike will gradually drain the heat out of here while we have a never-ending supply of heat from the magma volcano, or the minor volcanoes, as they create their own stuff. Create their own heat and magma and stuff. Just hope I have enough materials for all this. I should, because I'll be breaking down a lot of this other stuff. Alright. But again, this is a giant project. I'm only going to get the beginning of this thing really going here. So we already have power lines inside where the steam room is going to be. So if this is going to be the big steam room, our access point will be in there. Let's get this different setup, reset up. What is this? Liquid gold. Whoa. Okay. We melted gold, apparently, by having it sitting on this igneous rock here. Anybody want some liquid gold? I need to sweep all this stuff up. So where's the bottom floor of this going to be? Bottom floor is going to be all across here. So that is going to be where we had diamond tiles there. Let me get the start of the diamond tiles so I know where they're going to be. Make sure we're not overfilling these. No, we're still good. They're going to be there. Laggy, 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 lag. Oh, nice. It turned back into non-liquid gold. Cool. Am I allowing gold over into these things? Metal ore. Let's say all the ores are allowed in here because it's sweep only, and also the refined metals are. Okay, good. Copy. Paste. We just don't want all this junk on the ground in here because it can mess up once we get heat, start transferring and melting things and all that jazz. All right, so now we can get over here. We can close this off. Right there. And what we're going to want to do is change this entire bottom row to insulated tiles. And I think I'm good to have this be all mafic rock insulated tiles, I believe. We're going to have a little bit of lava in the way. I wonder if I'm going to be able to move this stuff out of the way here somehow. If I dig my spike down, dig out this obsidian, it's going to be awkward to get all that stuff out. Sure, larva eggs that will leak oil. Although, let's make sure they don't leak oil by putting a single tile right there. Okay. All right, that's looking good. If I want to get over to this side, there is some granite over there I might need to get access to. How about if I deconstruct this and this? Radical trip achievement unlocked. Okay, nice. Let that be open. They can get across. Can they get across that? They can't get across that way, can they? There we go. Now they'll be able to reach across there. I don't want to cut off my duplicates from being able to get around here. There, okay. And so now, once they do that, I can close off this thing. Yeah, so now they can get, well, once they build those ladders, they can get across there. Mafic rock, okay. Beautiful, all right. It's looking good, man, looking good. And so that's going to be, how wide was that before? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it was 6 tiles wide to be underneath the thermal aqua tuners, if I remember correctly. I am going to need to be able to get underneath this to get access to the spike, though, because the spike's going to be down here. I think I can go ahead and make the diamond hot plate here anyway. Perfect. Now they can cross there. I can deconstruct these 2 ladders. Tell them to make these ceramic tiles here. And they can get all the way around here. Cool. It's awkward, but they can get around there. Okay. It's just a bistolite on the ground. I'm going to just leave that, not worry about that. That's going to be diamond, 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 diamond. Okay. So in order to get down to our new heat spike, what I'm probably going to do... that's going to be awkward to get down there before... after I change up this build some. We need to kind of get underneath that way. Going around that way is a really long trip. Maybe I can push the magma out of the way to get across over here. That might be what I can do. Because the heat spike is going to be right underneath here. So I'm going to actually get access to that so we can start building it. Basically going to copy what we did before. We're going to want the steel doors to be right there. And that's where the heat spike's going to go down. Okay. Whew. This is going to be one crazy project. It's going to be a lot neater, though. To have just one box with a bunch of steam turbines on top, I think is just going to distribute the heat better in that room. I hope I'm right, anyway. I hope my idea for this build is actually going to work. I feel like it will. Feels like those satisfactory days. So satisfactory, you know it. Okay, so how did that work? It was, how did that work? There were diamond tiles to the side of it. And then I think it would be a door to get in there on the side, like that. Does that look right? I think that's what we had before. Yeah, that looks right to me. Oh, nobody allowed in or out of that door, though. Okay, let me make sure this food decay is just a small amount by the fridges and not something being stuck in our conveyors again. Spindly grub fruit. Okay, that's whatever. I don't even know what that is. Who even knows what that food is? Building entombment. Not sure how that happened. Something freeze or melt or solidify or something? We have a good amount of diamond. I think we unlocked the research to make artificial diamonds now too, which could be quite useful. From refined carbon. I wonder how that's made. Furniture. What's new in furniture? A beach chair. Stations we have jet suits, which I haven't really got into using those. Automation we have signal detectors. Refinement. Diamond press. Uses power and rad bolts to crush refined carbon into diamond. I wonder how much it uses. That'll be nice. Once we actually get really good rad bolt going, rad bolt production. Speaking of, did this thing start working? Oh, it's shooting rad bolts off into space. Okay, shoot it that way, sir. Is it just shooting rad bolts into space? Oh my god. Does not make rad bolts very quickly, but here we go. Okay. Beautiful. I don't think I need... yes, I will do these ceramic. Do that one there before I do any others. Okay. I'm trying to figure out, visualize how I get across here. Dig down through the abyssalite, push the magma downwards, make our way across there. What tiles will not overpressurize? Is it... It's airflow tiles, right? I'm pretty sure maybe I can use airflow tiles to get us across. They're going to get really hot, though. But maybe I can push these down with airflow tiles and make a way that I can get down, across, and over to get to where that spike's going to be. Because basically I need this magma. I need to be able to get past this magma. Because I could walk through this. No, it needs to be underneath here. Oh. Where did that magma come from? I come through the door? They shouldn't be allowed through here. The hell? Mop that up. Maybe some igneous rock got really hot. That's actually probably was just igneous rock on the ground. Okay, let's pick up all the stuff that's here then. Must have been some random igneous rock or something there. Why the hell do we have 600,000 calories? It should be 2-point-something million. The hell? Tell me our infant storage is not going bad. -6.7 degrees. That is not as cold as it's supposed to be. God damn it. My snip tool that I fixed earlier also snipped the damn pipes. God damn it. Oh, so freaking dumb, man. Somehow we've lost ethanol in here. I have no idea how that happened. God, so much of our food just went bad because it was no longer deep frozen. Refrigerated. Oh my god, I can't believe that. One snip of a power line snipped everything there. What material is in there? Is it still chlorine at least? Okay. My god. Cannot believe that. Come on, get deep frozen. Get back down to deep frozen, please. Oh my god, we just lost about 1 million calories of food in there. That just all went bad. Oh god. That makes me want to go back and save scum, but I'm not going to save scum. Is there another suit here? How am I missing these suits? Bubbles, where the suit? Refrigerated, come on, come on, get frozen. It's going down slowly. 21C. It's the chlorine that I need to get cold enough. Chlorine is at -18. Okay, that should... Chlorine being at that temperature should make that be deep frozen. God, I can't believe that one snip One frickin' snip, man. Lost us so much damn food. That is so insane. Now this is taking damage. Why is this taking damage? The hell? Take cold damage? There's steam in there. Just steam, right? Oh my god, I don't know when this all went bad. Actually, I do know. Probably when I snipped and it all got stuck in the pipes and froze some pipes or something. Okay. Alright, deep freeze. It's getting back to deep frozen. Alright. Our god, I can't believe I just lost like close to 2 million calories because of that one frickin' snip mistake. Why the hell is that unreachable? They can reach it through that. Can I not get down here anymore? They can reach that. Confused. Oh my god, my game is really lagging, man. I feel like they can't reach this now. Nope, nope, you can reach it. Yeah, you can reach that, which means you should totally be able to reach this. You know what? I bet I have to dig this out. Oh god, and of course you just drop... You deliver the steel, but you can't deliver it. Is that reachable? Why is it... You were able to do this before. I'm so confused. I think digging through... You can only build doors through. I think I can't actually dig through that. So... Okay. I'm saving it before I do this. I don't want a bunch of magma to come through here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this spike with this obsidian in the way. Now, it's not unreachable now. It was the door. It was the door causing it. What I'm afraid of is when I dig this out, lava or magma is going to come up through the door, and that's what I don't want to have happen. Although once I get... Okay, here we go. Okay, once the door closes, now we can... Now we're good. Now we're good. Now I can build the door through the door. That's reachable. There's steel on the ground, but... And it's going to be... and I need to say, now you don't go through there. It should still be reachable, yep. The diamond tiles there and there. That'll be reachable once I say these doors can be opened. Oh god, now a sleet wheat grain. Why is a sleet wheat grain just sitting on the ground? And why is it going bad? It should be sitting in deep frozen air. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to say it's only small amounts and it's fine. Small amounts is fine. No big deal. I know the steel. We'll get to the steel. We'll be able to get to it. No worries. We will get to it, I promise. It does seem like that these steam turbines are running a little bit more than they used to be. So that's good. But yeah, these ones at the top really aren't doing anything. There we go. Now this one we say don't go through, but this one you can go through. And that stuff should now be reachable. Okay. I wonder if they can grab... I would like that steel not to be wasted and sitting on the ground there, though. I wonder if I can grab that somehow. O2 isn't sterile atmosphere. Ah, okay. So it's because it's sitting in the O2. with a bunch of sleet wheat grain on the ground. The problem is if I put it in storage down here, they won't be able to get access to it to put it in the micro musher. But if I try to put it in here where it will be deep frozen, I have to make a fridge that they can get to, so it's kind of awkward to deliver the sleet wheat grain that needs to stay frozen or whatever. Okay, that's good. If I do that, is that reachable? That is unreachable. So I have to do the door first. There. Ooh, that's taking pressure damage there, isn't it? Yeah. What you must realize is there is no gun. Okay, yes. There is no spoon or gun. Great. Man, figuring out how to get down across over here once I build this big thing. That might be something I figure out off stream. Try to just do the slow process of moving magma out of the way to get over here. That's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be a bunch of doors, a bunch of mechanized airlocks pushing magma down. Okay, so the steel ended up there. Can I, if I allow them to go through there, can I now tell them to sweep that? That is reachable. Okay, great. So they should grab that steel and put it in storage over here. Yes, cool. So we don't lose the steel. I don't care about losing the abyssalite, since you know you can do literally nothing with abyssalite, but do not want to lose steel there. Just add a pitcher pump to there. You can move the magma with dupes. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot you can actually move magma with dupes. So if I like dig this out, I can move this magma out of here. I completely forgot that you can do that. Francis John does that a lot, and I completely forgot about that. If I just put a pitcher pump into this, I can move it over into there since I have a place for it to go. Good call. Good call, FRD. Oh, you're so stupid. I forgot to tell you you can't go in there. Oh, God. Oh, God. You just moved all that stuff into there. Oh, God damn it. And now I can't get rid of it. Open this door, you stupid, stupid duplicate. I completely forgot when I made this to not allow them to come up through there. Okay. Let's build tiles to cool it down. Not sure I know what that means. Build tiles next to this and then it'll turn it into igneous rock or something. So I just build like a igneous rock tile there. Oh yeah, temp shift plates from granite, yeah. Okay, temp shift plate from granite. The utility, not automation. Temp shift plate. Where's granite? This will eventually melt. That'll also take the heat out of there. Okay, so can I build pitcher pump right? Maybe not. Maybe in the lava might not be the best idea. I think that might actually be where it needs to go. So I'll do that. Okay, yeah, this I think is slowly cooling. So this is getting really hot, which should be absorbing. That's probably not really doing me any good. Shame you can't choose the exact pile of materials to build with. Yeah. Yeah, that can be a pain. To not be able to say, use this one right here. That's right next to it. That would be nice. Crap. Did I... This needs to be made out of obsidian. Obsidian. Needs to be an obsidian pitcher pump or else it melts. Pretty sure. I think that will work. It is definitely a long trek to get down here. Okay, you started making it, then you're like, oh no, break time. Thanks. Thanks, guy. Thanks. Hey, free steel. Alright, please tell me we're back to deep frozen in here. Okay, deep freeze. Oh, man. Do we at least have some berry sludge? Alright, we do have berry sludge going again. Okay, good. Man, we've had some mess-ups with food. Okay, there we go. Almost done. Just a little bit more magma. Can I mop that? No, too much. What happened with my food? I snipped a power line that ended up snipping both the cooling loop and the storage conveyor loader line one time. I snipped the power line to this, and it broke off this and this, which messed up my food. So I lost like 2 million calories of food or something. 1.5 million or something like that. Something ridiculous. Can I mop that? Damn it, almost. It sucked. It sucked. Frickin' first time the snip tools screwed me over. But it sure did screw me over there. Okay. Was this right? Wasn't there supposed to be doors? There's supposed to be doors between this. This is not right, is it? Oh god, even that? Even obsidian is taken? Okay. Disable auto repair, deconstruct. Okay. Is there anything, any pitcher pump that I can have be in lava that won't take damage? Because I'm not sure how I'm gonna have to let this flow over, I guess. I have to have it be over the lava. Okay. How can I do this without completely messing everything up here? Let's just dig all this out. They can reach that. They'll get a little bit scalded. It's fine. Okay, there it is. We got it all out. Sweet. Good thing is I can now dig down through this obsidian, so that's nice. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I need to deconstruct. Get ladders, though, to get through here. Alright, this is, man, we're digging right next to the frickin' magma core. It's kind of a pain, but we're gonna be able to do some good stuff with this if I can finally get this done. Yes, I know you're scalding. I know. It's bad. It's a rough time. Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. Get over there and don't do anything in there anymore. Okay, it's fine. You should probably go heal, Nisbet. You should really go heal. Now. Go heal, please. Make it right on the ladders. There's enough room for a pitcher pump. Like right there. And then I guess dig it out underneath there or something. Something like that, I guess. What I'm worried about is the lava leaking out other places, so that's what I'm trying to avoid. Or actually, no, don't sweep it. Cancel. What I'll do is we'll dig out the obsidian. Is that reachable? I'm not sure. Let's make ladders out of igneous rock. Ladder. You never got very far in Oni. Do you eventually run out of resources? You can, but you can go to other planets to get them, and you also have, what the hell? Sand. But you also get, where the hell did sand come from? You get renewable resources from things like volcanoes and other things. Yeah, geothermal spike. I already had one. I'm changing this build into a crazy 3-pronged steam room. I have a magma spike over here, or whatever it's called, magma blade. I'm going to make another one here, and I'm going to have a blade down here. So we're going to go triple dipple on this thing. Yeah, let's just sweep this. Solidify above and fall down. I'm not sure where it solidified from, though. Maybe there was some above here at some point. Maybe a ladder out of sandstone or something melted. Could be the case. Yeah, this is not right. I need the double doors above here, so this is actually wrong. I need... God, I gotta remember how this works. God, it's getting so freaking laggy every time. This is reachable, right? This should be reachable. Yeah. Yeah, it's reachable. Cool. Alright, these are supposed to be 2 sideways doors here. Here. That's going to be how we transfer the heat. That needs to be deconstructed. Because you have now entombed yourself, haven't you? Okay, no, the door lets them get through. Okay, good. That response to you missing the door is you in so many games. Okay. Okay, alright. They're building that through the window tile. That's interesting. I didn't know they could do that. I guess you can build doors through other things, too. There we go. That, I think, should work. Don't want a diamond tile between those. No, I think that works. Maybe if they can see through the tile, they can build things now. No, I think its doors can be made through certain tiles. Because you can make... The reason you can even make a heat spike is because you can build doors through doors. So, yeah, I think that will work. Honestly, even though this looks like we're trying to harness power, I built this to get access to igneous rock. We've made about 25 tons of igneous rock today, which is pretty nice. Currently, and that's to feed our stone hatches. Currently, they're eating sedimentary rock. How much? Because we're just running out of stuff to feed our stone hatches. How much sedimentary rock we got? 47 tons. Yeah, they're just chewing through it, man. And then losing all those calories, man. Oh, that is such a freaking kick in the pants. We are building up some igneous rock. This is eventually where we're going to feed them. I'm pretty sure I am not going to be able to feed as many hatches as I have with the stone I have eventually. How am I harvesting it with those mesh tiles? That's the way these magma blades work. If you want to look up some tutorial on it, basically Magma, with how viscous it is, can flow over 10 tiles. We have a thermosensor that when it hits a certain temperature, it lets in a little through. Magma goes in there, it loses heat. When it stops being a liquid, it can only go one direction, that's bottom left. And that's igneous rock gets picked up by auto sweeper, and it then goes through all this stuff to distribute its heat. Yeah, clips through the corner. And that's how that works. There we go. Let's pick up this stuff. I don't want any stuff being stuck down there. Hey, what's up, Silly Hat Man? But there's a lot of good tutorials on YouTube. Francis John being the main one that teaches how these things work. Highly recommend those if you want to build stuff like that. This is pretty late game stuff. I mean, we're in cycle 732. Maybe mid-late game. I don't know. It's true late game or not. Trying to make a batch system inside of an overly complicated vacuum room. Yeah. Actually, I don't need these. Do I need these doors? I think I need these doors now. Now you has the learn. Yes, now you has the learn. Because this build I'm doing is combining a number of different builds that I've watched other streamers create. How am I going to do this? Can I get... Am I going to be able to build a door when I have to dig out the obsidian? Is there a way to do that? How do I build a door on the bottom of this where there's raw materials there? You think there's a way to do that? Depends on the pressure of the magma. All right, we're about out of time though, so if I can at least get this figured out, we're probably gonna have to call it a day because I've been working on this thing all day. We got this part done, and now I'm trying to expand it into something even more complicated. Pressure of the magma. The magma is at 1752 kilograms is the pressure there. I think what we could do, we could dig out the obsidian, the magma will rise, and then we build doors to push it back down. I think that's what we have to do. Say before I dig this out, but I think that might be what we need to do. We dig it out, we let the magma rise, and then we use doors to push it back down like we would have done otherwise. Pretty sure that will work. Means we're going to push this, we're going to lose this obsidian to go down here, but it's okay. Once I have the doors in place and the magma pushed down, we can push this down even further. Make the ladders from obsidian so if magma hits it, I don't lose them. I don't have that much obsidian, so I'm purposely not using obsidian right now. I can't make that many tiles from obsidian, so I'm just gonna leave it as igneous rock. I'll lose a little bit of igneous rock, it's fine. Igneous rock, the thing is, if it melts, it turns back into magma anyway, so I think this is fine. Is the part that I'm digging right now endless supply, or can it run out? No, it's not endless. There's a crap ton of it, but it's not endless. It's only endless when it comes from volcanoes. Could lose a dupe in the process. Not if I have enough ladders there. We'll see. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it's going to go up very far, but we'll see. Yeah, see, the pressure of the magma's fine, actually, so we're good. Super fine, super fine. We do that, and we should be good. And after I build one more door below this, get my diamond tiles in here. Actually, let me just make sure I get my diamond tiles in place without anything else going wrong. Yeah, that's why I saved. Although I wish I had saved before I'd lost all those damn calories. Ugh. What's up, Cool Angel? My biggest sad about the day is 2 million calories of food that I lost. Okay, we're deep frozen again, but my god, that feels bad, man. Feels frickin' bad. Yes, Sag. As the kids say. Sag. Is that gonna flow? Yeah, that again. Okay. Can I tell them to open that without them doing stuff? If I do that, I wonder if I can push this back down anyway. I'm heating those ladders with those diamond spikes. Am I? Are you sure? We're not in a vacuum, so I don't think we are. The ladder there, if there was one there, it would have. We're in a vacuum, so we're not exchanging temperature right now. Okay, they can do that. Okay, good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open that. The lava's gonna go down. I'm gonna build another ladder door there, and hopefully that will fix this. So I think I can close a door through another door, I think. And if I get that done, we're gonna call this GG Cookie Time, call it a day, because been a long day of working on this project. My brain is a little fried, a little fried. Eventually have to pump out all that stuff. Perfect. Put this door here, and we have our spike in a way that we can use this thing. I'm gonna make sure I can close that door while that mechanized airlock is good. How was the stream? It was good. It was good. We got this thing here. We got this volcano tamed to provide heat and igneous rock for our base. Heat for the power, igneous rock for eventually feeding our stone hatches. 25 tons at 88.9 igneous rock. The only 88.9 degrees. The only problem is the igneous rock is still pretty darn hot. I need to figure out a way to chill it more before I feed it to my stone hatches. Okay, once I do that, I tell them to close this door. I think that will work. An hour-long load time while it auto-saves. This airlock, auto. Perfect. They can do that. And make sure they cannot go through this, though. Actually, can they still do this if they can't get through it? Unreachable. Damn it. Three men walk into a bar. An Irishman, a German, and a Frenchman. A fly landed in each man's drink. The Frenchman walks away. The German flicks the fly out and drinks. The Irishman grabs the fly and shakes it. Give it back. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Great. I think this might still work. Come on. Priority 9. Somebody come do this, please. Current errand. Okay. What do you call two crows on a branch? Attempted murder. Lol. Lol. There we go. And that pushes that back up. God damn it. I thought I had this thing, man. If I... Alright, fine. I'm just going to do a temp shift plate just to get rid of this. Temp shift plate. Let's do it. It's so annoying. Where is it? It's utilities. I could do a pitcher pump. I think we'll just be able to make them melt and it'll be fine. For now, nobody's allowed in or out of there while we fix this. Same with this guy. Alright. Because I'm going to have to already pump out all of this magma, so I don't want to have to do another one like that. Quick pitcher pump, I don't know that that'll be any quicker than building these things. Although nothing's quick, because god damn it, this is so far from my base. Maybe off stream, what I will work on is the tubes to get them around the base quicker, because it's just so long to get anywhere right now. Long commutes, as they say. Surprised I don't have transit tube set up yet. It's very power hungry, and I've had power issues with this base. I've had some major power issues, honestly. There we go. Cancel that. Pick up these. We got it. Alright, GG cookie time. That is done. My friends, I am going to call it a day there. I have been streaming for a little over 6 hours. Hope y'all enjoyed. This has been a fun build. I'm a little worried about my food now that my... I lost 2 million calories and my stone hatches are running low on food, so hopefully we'll be able to fix that for next time. If I can get these things tamed, these volcanoes tamed, and get the igneous rock, we'll have plenty of food. I just need to cool it down enough so I can send it to my base and not, you know, turn my base into an oven. So anyway, my friends, y'all are amazing. Again, I'm glad y'all hung out with me. I hope I didn't have too many stutters with the lower settings we did today. Tomorrow's stream, I think I'm going to play a new game because I think I want to take a little break from FTL Multiverse. So tomorrow I might play that Inscription game, or I might play something else. But anyway, y'all are amazing. Can never thank all you wonderful folks enough for all the support, bits, follow, subs, give subs, lurking, all the wonderful, awesome, amazing stuff y'all do sports stream. You know I couldn't do if it weren't for you amazing people. So until next time, peace out, happy gaming, enjoy the sea shanty. I will see you all tomorrow. Later, my friends.